know them. What are they doing in Kibra, and why is just the art scene such a big deal? And we're going to get into that. But the other thing that I was asking myself, a lot of times when people want to come up with projects to perhaps uplift people or bring in development, they're always thinking about entrepreneurship, business, and so on. But you decided to open an art gallery. Why? And an art center. Why?
Thank you for having me. So basically, it's because my background I'm an actress.
Yes.
I'm an actress and I'm a creative film producer. And when I started acting some years back, it was so crazy and interesting because I realized that we didn't have many art classes happening in informal settlements.
Yes.
And as an actor, I kept on thinking, how can this be done? And I used to do a lot of street theater. I worked for an NGO called Safe Kenya,
Yes.
which still does safe theater.
Yes.
And one of the trustees came to visit and she saw what we were doing and she was really thrilled, and we had so many children coming in. We would go into a slum and put up the bus and do a performance, mobilize people.
Yes.
And so many people, over 2,000 people would be standing there and they'd watch what we were doing. And we'd also had so many kids. And so she was like, what can we do?
Yes.
And I said to her, let's do an arts program. And for her, it was because she lost her son who was really talented. He was a musician.
Yes.
And he died at the age of 21. He was called Arno. And that's why our art center is called Arno.
Yes.
It's in memory of him.
Yes.
And, we did a pilot project where we went to Majengo St. John's and we just bought wool and socks and we made puppets with kids. And they were so happy, so thrilled. So she went back to the UK and came back and she published his book. She made some money and she came back, and for 6 weeks we did a whole program where we did dance, music, ballet, creative writing, visual art,
Yes.
acrobatics and circus, African dance. And it was so interesting such that the kids were able to express themselves, they were having fun, and she brought in a whole load of people from the UK and in Germany. And, I put in a lot of, having all our Kenyan team so that we can be able to communicate. And also for the fact that once the mentors from the UK left, then the Kenyan team would take over.
Yes.
And so over the years, this is what we've done. And here we are.
Yeah.
Because eventually we needed to have an end game. And I kept on thinking, many times you have organizations that start up, and then after some time, maybe people get bored,
Yes.
you lack funds, and then the organization that just dies.
Yeah.
And I thought, why should we not have our own space? Because we've been working in schools. So have our own space where the art can be taken to the next level,
Yeah.
so, such that you do it professionally.